Yeah, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about the resources that we have available here, about the Thrive event sponsored by UBC. Yeah, like we're talking about mental health and Thrive, and then to get us started, maybe we can have some understanding what mental health is for everyone. If you guys want to chat some keywords in the chat, say what are you. Maybe just throw some word at me. What do you think about mental health and what resonates with you? And maybe also, if you would like to share what brings you to this event today. Give you like a minute or so to just type some keywords in the chat so I can see. I see the chat here. For some reason the chat disappeared. There you go, chat. All right. Okay, we have resilience to stress, and it's directed at productivity, coping with anxiety, well-being, peace of mind, confidence, self-compassion. Oh, those are all great keywords. Love it. Yeah, so we're seeing yeah, some active parts of it. So seeing resilience to stress and seeing how it affects us. Then keywords are like boundaries, about mental health, where is it? And yeah, sympathy is also a big one because we all kind of struggle with mental health, or maybe doing well. Yeah, just that's great. And with that, I'm just going to move forward. So I'm going to touch on those a little bit. Yeah. Oh, we're going to have also a poll. I forgot about that. To see who's in here today, so we can enhance our experience a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to move forward here, and you guys can sign up the poll on your time. Oh. Yeah, like mental health, from UBC's perspective, they developed this kind of model where they have a spectrum of like healthy to ill and somewhere in between, where you can see healthy would be like normal fluctuations in mood, your sleep is fine, you're socially active, and then if you get more and more into the yellow or the red zone of mental health, you're becoming more nervous, anxiety, that you're going to be having feelings of depression, not sleeping very well, and your social patterns becoming more and more isolating. But they also offer you steps for each of these phases, which you can identify with yourself. I'm not going to go into the whole detail in here, but this is available if you Google the mental health continuum model from UBC. So if you want to like self-assess yourself and see where you are, and they give you actions on where you can go from there. But I'm going on those actions. I'm going to touch on that later on in the slides. And to summary, what I get away from this is like the indicators, how you're going to gauge your mental health is emotions, is your physical health, how you sleep, and how your social interaction. If you see any persistent change in those, that's an indicator when things are going up with mental health, and when you might need to pay attention. And in my point of view is, the challenge here is like, okay, what is the baseline? So what is normal for me? What is normal for others? And how to like juggle in between, and how to cope with that. And then also at what stage do you want to be attentive or like be become proactive, saying, okay, this is no longer normal, now I need to do something about it. And then what can you actually do? And that's something we cover with the Thrive. Thrive is a UBC initiative that is during November, and it's not only November, but it's also going beyond. But November is the month UBC has picked to to focus on this, and it's basically learning, talking, exploring mental health, and that's what we're going to do today. We learn, and then eventually after that we're going to talk about it. And right now, and exploring mental health is meant to address every person as an individual, because mental health is a very unique experience for everyone, because we all have different backgrounds with mental health, with our culture, and all different experiences. So yeah, so it's a pathway to explore. And according to the 5S is what helps with mental health, and what you can do are the 5S. And that's moving more, it's sleeping soundly, eating well, giving back, and saying hi. And I'm going to go through them in detail now. So moving more, we all sitting in and we all zooming too much. So what I like to do is stretching. So I would like you guys to become active more. Like if you are guys sitting, you might want to stand up, and we're gonna just like get our arms up and stretch a little bit. So you guys get a little bit of movement, and it's easy as that. Just, you know, twist a little bit in your chair, and just like that. That's just movement, and that really releases all a lot of tension in your body, and it's easy as that with getting started. And now I hope you're feeling a little better, a little more refreshed while stretching. The other one of my favorite is dance. Like if you're like, I don't know, not a big dancer, it's fine. We all at home, no one looks at us. So if you wait for your microwave for your food, or if you, I don't know, if your simulation is running, or you're waiting for an email, just like dance a little bit. That's movement. And also walking is a big one, at least for me. If you have any meetings, it's cool to have them just on your ears, if possible. You don't have any FaceTime, and then just go for a walk, have those with this. Or what I also like to do is after having food, lunch, I'm going for a walk to like digest a little bit. That's a good one for mental health and fitness. And yeah, if you can stand a little bit, that'd be great too. I have a stand-up table here, so I can adjust my position during the day. That helps a lot. And there's also lots for me we see offered in exercise, workout or yoga, and there's tons of online with COVID. So I suggest checking those out if you're interested in more of movement. Yeah, sleeping soundly. UBC says like 7 hours plus, 7 to 9. There's a sweet spot somewhere. If you sleep too long, there's the chance that you are like, yeah, have a little of a hangover effect. And there's no shortcut. So I've seen people trying to optimize their sleep, so they have like more time to do actual things, but it just is counterintuitive, because if you sleep less, you just become like not very energized. Yeah, sleep is one of our superpowers. I've read an article about it. Like there's so much stuff going on in sleep, so we really want to keep that safe, because that's one of our life support systems. Like sleep, food, exercise, all of these things are life support systems, and then they make your research or your productivity happen at the end. The other thing is a sleep hygiene or routine. So that can be anything, and it is a very individual. But for me, I don't have any screen time or any stimulation before going to bed. So you don't want to check any social media before going to sleep, because that just gets your brain going, and then it's kind of hard. Like your brain starts to sprint, but then you want it to like rest. So like, I mean, that doesn't work. Less light exposure, and like you're doing just certain things in your bed help as well. Like, so like no like reading or like looking on your phone or walking from your bed. If you can avoid it, that helps a lot with sleep as well. Some people like to nap. It's also great, but you have to find your sweet spot there as well. Too short or too long, it might be also counterproductive. With eating well, yeah, I'm just reminding you, I'm pretty sure all of this is familiar with you guys. You want to eat fruit and veggies. You want to listen to your body. You don't want to overeat and undereat. You also don't want to drink enough. So 3 liters is a rough estimate. And it's also over the whole day. So that's what I'm saying here is like, it's not like, okay, you're going to bed, like, oh, you only have 1 liter today, so you're gonna like jug like 2 liters down just to have your 3 liters. That's also not how it works. So like it has to be a continuous, because your body needs roughly like an hour to consume a whole liter. So you want to have like gradual, yeah, plant-based diets. I'm eating mostly vegetarian, and when I do eat meat, I feel like I'm super slow after. Like it takes a lot more time to digest. It's not, I mean, try it. Like if you try it and see how it works for you, maybe it's a thing for you. Certainly not a bad thing to do. Yeah, eating breakfast. It's one of the most important meals because it gets you sugar, it gets you everything started, and your whole system is ramping up. And then if you are a snacker, stack up lots of nuts and all the healthy things. So if you want to snack, you just at least not feeling that guilty if you have them, and then they're more healthy to you. The other thing that improves your mental health is giving back. As simple as donating, but there's also things like nurture things, like getting a pet or a plant. Those things are all like make people happy, and I didn't realize that, but yeah, I have now a whole like gallery of plants here during COVID, and I'll just like water them, and I have my little basil here, and it's like, you know, for food, these kind of things, it's kind of fun. And they're actually pretty hard to kill. So like it's like, yeah, like don't get like frustrated, like, oh, it's gonna be a challenge. So like just get some plants and then water them and see how they're gonna do. It's a little home experiment if you wish. And they're fun and they improve your air quality as well. Yeah, other things like that. Volunteering, if you have people that need to run some errands because of COVID, that's something you can do right now. And yeah, the best thing for giving back is staying at home. Yeah, because we're all in this thing together, and yeah, as we are progressing through the pandemic, we might speed things up a little bit. The last thing here is saying hi, like being social is like super important, and we're super missing that with the online situation. Like and there's alternatives, like you can join online communities. Like if you play games, find some people that like playing online games. If you like sports or any other activities, if you like to read books, get a book club or cook something together. There's people doing like cooking safaris, where some people cook something and then they're like, you have all dinner together and everyone has to talk about what they have cooked today. So, or you cook all the same meal and then you share your thoughts how it worked. Then other things are like, yeah, reconnect with people that you have lost touch with. Is also a cool one because we're all now at home, so there's no excuse to not like give people a call. And then yeah, if you have if you're zoomed out, which is actually a thing, yeah, just go for a walk and have people on your ears and talk to them, because then you have just less screen time. And same goes with family and friends. Just catch up with them once a week or so. Really helps. And besides that, what I also personally find helps is arts, culture, music, whatever is interesting to you, helps. Meditation, spirituality, nature, practicing gratitude. Try those things. Those are just ideas. I mean, I'm not like I'm an expert on this topic, but like everyone has to find their own thing they can do, but there's lots you can do. And yeah, just putting it out there. And then finally, resources. UBC has a wellness center that you can look up, which have all of these information stored, as well as UBC Thrive. They also have 2 new things, is UBC Wellness Peers. So once a week, you have like a session where you can just drop in and chat with someone to talk about wellness that are actually trained in this topic. And they have the student assistant program. If there's any, if you're feeling like your mental health is more in an orange or in a red zone, they help you out with that. And then the very last thing is, I know mental health is the big thing, and I'm happy that we have some people showing up. But in my experiences, the people that are needing the most help with mental health don't show up to these events. So if you know some people, if you know your lab mates, and you know, like you're witnessing something like that, it's not like I'm sending you out to be a detective, but it's always good to connect with your lab mates on a regular basis and just checking in, saying, it's just like a simple message, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, how are things? And that's totally enough. And then you can see from there how things are going, and that can be a game changer. Yeah, that's from me, and I know I've talked a lot, and I think we now have like a 5-minute Q&A planned.